Hello, folks. Let's take a walk. Well, I want to say thank you for everyone that supported me over the last 12 months. And I'm sorry that not as much effort has been put into videos this year. It's been a very challenging year, and we need to talk about it a bit. But first of all, let's enter the Peace Garden during the daytime for a change. The artificial pond is teeming with growth. There's an extension to it, actually. There's this area here that's been cleared away, and that's actually now filling up with water. If my gimbal will allow. But yeah. And some bamboo here. I don't talk about my personal life on my channel, and that's why things that go on in the background kind of has nothing to do with the channel, but at the same time sometimes affected, you know. And I have to say that 2025 has been an extremely challenging year in many ways. And to be honest with you, I hope for better things to come. You know, it's not. I have to try and stay positive. Sometimes it's very difficult. You know, something interesting here. The first building I walk into, I've just watched a documentary, and I'll leave a link in the description. It's very, very interesting. There's a picture over here of a nun. We'll go over it. Have a wee look here. When you are in Derry, you will see pictures of Claire, Sister Claire, everywhere. And she came from the heart of the Troubles and became a nun. She did predict two other nuns that she would die young, and she did. She was doing missionary work abroad, and they were in this kind of school building, and earthquake came. A lot of people got out. Claire and a number of people were not one of them, you know. I'll leave a link to the documentary that I had just watched in the description if you're interested. It's very, very interesting, actually. And all the times I've been here, I never actually seen the documentary until yesterday, so yeah. That's let's go a bit further and talk at the same time. I actually did do a video. Can I face and talk to you? Right. I did do a video for Christmas. And I've decided I'd actually scrap that because I've other things to kind of say. You know? You know, I came onto this niche on YouTube through abandoned exploring and the paranormal. And I think with the paranormal, what I had done in the beginning was copy what people I used to watch until I started to get a wee bit more educated and think of things in a different way. Because the last couple of years I felt like it was going around in circles. I think a bit like my personal life. I think that has to change. Both the paranormal and the personal life. I think it has to break away from the circle, the cycle. You know, there's something in this this oak root. There's a little stone here. All right. It's R.I.P. Grandad. (2017). Yeah. Somebody took the time to paint that and put their thoughts and energy into that for this purpose right here. And maybe they thought that other people in the garden would only see it. But if that stone sort of disappears or whatever, it's gone. And only few people see it. I've captured it. It's on video forever now. You know? But anyway, let's go. I'm kind of blessed that it's a kind of a sunny day. Just been to Greencastle. Let the dog out on the beach. I didn't film it. It would have been a lovely video. But you know something, I didn't want to. Sometimes you have to take time for yourself. That's what I've been doing lately. That's why you haven't seen me in a while. Sometimes you have to figure out what direction you need to be going. And I know this isn't the direction I want to be in. The world is a different place since 2020. It hasn't been in a good way, sadly. And we're in a world, and in a modern world, where the less fortunate suffer. You know, we're in a fearful society, unfortunately. There's all sorts of fears, not helped by governments, not helped by authority figures. You know, people elected into office by the people to help the people. And many seem to want to help themselves. You know? And it's kind of molded society into being selfish. You know? When I grew up, you walk down the street, you say hello to everybody you pass. The world's a different place now. Kind of reminds me of a film I just watched. It's kind of a Christian film. And it was about a guy that he was a preacher in the 1860s. And yeah, I know Christianity and religion was very strict, but it wasn't really about that. It was about the morals and just being nice to each other and that. And he got this opportunity to be transported into the 1990s. And he was in for a bit of a shock. It's very, very interesting film, actually. You can actually find it on YouTube. I'll leave that in the description too if I can find it. But I kind of feel like that. I also feel lost. I spent years staying away from people because in a lot of cases people mean problems. But I think it was to the detriment of myself. Kind of lived a semi-solitary life. Sometimes, most of the time, I've been fine. No, I'm not. Why do I feel like this now? Reasons. Reasons I don't understand right now. You might think they're bad reasons, but maybe they're good reasons. Maybe it's a sign that you gotta change, you know? But I'm in this circular garden here. And usually you just see it at night time. But you got a chance to see it during the day now. I'm sitting down here on a little bench. You know? And I'm very lucky that it's not raining, the sun is out, you know? But I've had medical issues as well. That's why I haven't been uploading very much. That's why I haven't been out in the middle of the night for hours ghost hunting or things like that. Things could be worse, I suppose. Right. This this statue, and people put kind of offerings. It's usually stones. There's no stones at the moment, but there's a pair of earrings. Maybe there's some sort of intention with that. I don't know. But usually people will put a little round stone in the hand, And every one of them stones has some sort of intention attached to it. Some sort of special intention. Let's go another bit. Oh. It's actually been a while since I've been down here. Sorry for the sun shining in your face, folks. Maybe I'll turn it to myself until we pass. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been down here. Dealing with a number of medical issues. It's kind of weird. Doctors panicking. I'm at the risk of having a stroke or a heart attack. Go to the hospital. And everything seems to be kind of fine. It's happened a couple of times. It's kind of weird. But at least I've been seen by a doctor. After 2020, it was hard to even get a doctor. So I'm grateful that I can actually see a doctor, because from 2020, I don't know what was going on there. You had to make a phone call early in the morning from 8 o'clock till 9 or something like that, and it was kind of like a lottery. There's only a certain amount of places, and very often you couldn't get a place. Yet, if you walk into the doctor's office for any sort of message or to collect something, the doctor's office was empty. It's kind of weird. It's been like that since 2020. I don't know what was going on. But lately, our doctors, at least, under new management, and a couple of those medical issues that if it weren't dealt with, could have been pretty serious. So yeah, I think it was got in the nick of time, sort of thing. Oh yes, sadly this year we lost one of the buildings here. I don't know what exactly happened here. I know it was a fire, but there's no electricity in this building. So, did vandals come in and destroy this building? Or did somebody light a candle and things went wrong? I don't know. But you can still see the damage on the trees from the fire. Happened a couple of months back. But anyway, it's during the daytime. I wonder, can I get into the church? It's Christmas Eve. I don't know. There's been heavy rain, so the pond is kind of high. Now, 1 second. I've been stopping and starting the camera a couple of times because the last time I done a video of this, I lost footage. I don't want to be wasting my time today. You know? But, you see the cracks in the road. That's the roots of the trees that's doing that. Oh, it must be a while since I was here. And there has been changes to the church. Well, it's like this. There's a different roof on the church. I'll show it to you in a second. It used to be a thatch roof. Now it looks like it's an ordinary slate roof. You see, thatching used to be a craft in Ireland where thatched cottages were commonplace. But a lot of those people have died off. It's a dying craft. Just like a number of years ago, I went to, it was Croagh Patrick, actually. And I actually seen one of the last tinkers. And tinkers are travelling people. The travelling community. But their craft was making things out of tin, like buckets and mugs and things. And this guy, he was pretty old. He wasn't asking a lot for his craft. Some sort of a festival at the bottom of Croagh Patrick, right? And all this guy had was a sheet of tin, metal snips, like your metal scissors kind of thing, and a hammer and an anvil. And this guy was making tin mugs with just a hammer and a kind of a punch thing, or he had a couple of basic tools, where he would make these mugs. And you give him something like, was it $3.50 or £4 or something like that, and he'd make you a mug, sitting on a chair and working the anvil, cutting out a sheet of metal and that, and he'd make a cup and a mug and a handle and everything. And then after that, he would pour water into the mug to make sure that water didn't come out. And every time he would pour the water in it and there would be no leaks. It's insane, like. But a lot of these people have died off. I kind of drifted a wee bit away from the subject, but it's kind of relevant because, thatching isn't much of a thing anymore, especially a wet country. But here's the new roof of the church. I know it's not as picturesque as the thatch roof, but it's a real roof, Anybody that's new to my channel, this church is made from straw bales. This is a straw church, and it's basically plastered on the outside. Over the years, a few holes have sort of been patched up, but see, that's hollow. Probably not going to be able to get into the church. It's very quiet today. But inside this wall here, just right here inside, there is a window. It's locked. There's a window, and it's just the exposed hay on the wall with a sheet of glass. There we go. But let's see the birds. The bird aviary has got smaller. Oh, there is birds down there. There's little canaries and stuff. There you go. See them little yellow things. Oh, there's flipping loads of them actually. Oh. Hello, wee birdies. Oh, you got lots. There you go. There's a white one too. But there you have it. The church. And its new roof. You know? There we go. Maybe things will be better next year. You know? Maybe. We hope. Something else hung on a tree here. Huh? It's the necklace with a butterfly crystal on it. And the chain's gone rusty. Why is it there? Somebody hung it there for some sort of reason that maybe we don't understand, but they do. That's what I always think when I see, oddities hung on trees and stuff. We don't know the reason why they're there, but somebody does. Every year, every summer, without fail, are they swifts or swallows? I can't remember which is which. Come to this building here, and roost. Obviously it's winter and they've gone. They've migrated and stuff, but come spring they'll be back again. It's actually quite a nice day. Because it's December, obviously, and there's still flowers here. Look at that. And there's another one coming. Right there. Will it get a chance? I hope so. Kind of reminds me of what I'm going through. Going through a difficult time. And hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel. My situations, funny enough, I can be very, very distressed about situations, financial situations, and other things. And when I'm at my most stressed time, something always happens. Something out of the blue happens and turns the whole thing around. You know? We're in this church now. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. It says All or Nothing. That's the name of the documentary. All or Nothing. It's kind of weird because when you think about nuns and priests and stuff, there's not many people being nuns now. You know, sort of the older generations, and in some places were you know, they had big convents. They've reduced down to smaller houses because numbers have fallen. I didn't fully understand a lot of these younger people going and doing this missionary work and helping teach at schools in poor countries and stuff like that. She was always playing the guitar, always smiling. Very, very positive kind of a person, you know. As it says, I'll leave a link to the documentary, you know. She's a kind of a bit of a hero around the city of Derry. Everywhere you go, you see her picture somewhere, you know. There's even murals in places, you know. But anyway, let's go on another wee bit. Bit of dampness coming in here. Yeah, that's wet. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, it's coming from the flipping roof. Yeah. Yeah, the roof's not good. It's kind of weird. Every time I've been to this place, I've hardly ever met anybody. I think there was one day where I met people. There was a small group of young people and Franciscan, and they were praying in this building here. That used to have a thatched too. It's got a wooden roof now, which is probably not a brilliant idea, but it'll work for now, I suppose. But the thatch actually was leaking. Right judgment. That's been there for a while. Oh. The last time I was here, there was a number of little cards. And they've increased. Memorial cards from people. You know. There's Sister Claire again. Can't pronounce her second name, but that's it there. You know? I have to interrupt this video. I lost some footage, and it was very important to it. It was kind of, I was walking out of that building, and I seen one of these stones, and it's painted like a child painted it, and there was a message on it that said, I can't remember the exact words. It was kind of like, I will stand with the dove against the pain of history, or something like that. And it was kind of, it was very appropriate for what I was actually talking about. Now there was another thing, and I was I was walking out, and I said during the video that I normally don't see people around here, you know. And there was a guy standing outside, and he had this kind of wide, pointy beard kind of thing, and he had a brown jacket on him. And he looked like a cross between Santa Claus and a gnome. And then I kind of joked. I was wondering, is this a real person, or is it an angel bringing me a message or whatever? So I decided I'd try and follow this guy. Eventually I seen him actually walking up towards one of the cabins on the site of the garden. So obviously it was a real person kind of thing. But yeah, I'm disappointed that sometimes my camera records, sometimes it doesn't, and it missed out on that kind of important moment, you know? I don't know if I was recording there, but I was trying to figure out who that guy was. And he actually is a real person, I think. It was Jason. It was Jason. Oh, there's somebody coming. The guy's kind of disappeared. Where are you gone? Anyway, hope you have a happy Christmas, and I hope the new year brings you good things. The best way I can say it, what I'm saying. How you doing? It's the first day in a very, very long time I've seen people. The bearded man has disappeared. Where's he gone? Where is that man gone? Maybe he's local. Yeah, that's not making any sense. That car there pulled up. The door was slammed. Ah, wait a minute. There he's going. He's heading towards those houses. So he's a real person. Oh, God. Anyway, gonna go. Listen, 2026. It's gonna be a wee bit difficult for me at the moment. Hoping I can get past it. I have kind of a different frame of mind when it comes to investigating them. Paranormal. I've kind of been looking to the past for inspiration, if you know what I'm saying. Where a lot of ghost hunters don't do that. But it's been an education. Oh, I forgot to show you the sleigh. Last year the sleigh was here too. There's it. It's got comfy seats on it and all. And bags with clothes in it, just. Where's anyway? Special delivery. I'm gonna go. Talk to you soon. Take care.